Hello. So, what are we going to study today? We are going to study taxation. In taxation, your syllabus and your subject covers only and only goods and service tax. So, whenever I say GST, I mean goods and service tax. What are we going to say? GST. In the whole lectures, the whole module, the 4 parts which I am going to cover, I am going to say GST. What is the topic which I am going to cover right now in this module? Okay, the first module. That is, what is direct tax, what is indirect tax, what are the advantages, disadvantages, what is the difference, who are the sources and the authorities who have the authority to imply GST in India. Then its genesis. Genesis means the roadmap, and the power to tax. Who has a power to collect the tax? Okay. So when I talk about the first thing, let us understand what is taxation. Tax is been implied by the government to its citizens. It is a source of revenue to the government which is being collected by the government from its citizens, okay, or from the individuals of that country, or from the persons of that country. Why do government collect taxation? Because it is a major source of revenue for the government. The penalties, the fine, the fees which we pay to the government, these are very minimal and one point of time. We only pay it once in a life. Say for example, registration fees. But taxation we pay yearly, monthly, depending upon the circumstances, and quarterly also. Okay, so if you talk about this taxation which I am paying monthly, quarterly and annually, what is the benefit the government gets? It helps the government to provide us various services. What are the services which we are getting from government? They are infrastructure facilities, okay, transportation facilities which we get at minimal rates, and protection facilities. The salary of policemen, army, air force, navy. It goes from where? From the taxes which we pay. When you talk about taxes, taxes have been divided into 2 parts, direct and indirect. Every government, or apart from Indian government also, if you talk about other countries, they also have 2 types of taxes, that is direct and indirect. In India, direct tax is very simple, but it's complicated. When you talk about indirect taxes, in India, there are only 2 indirect taxes, that is GST, goods and service tax, and customs. We are going to study only and only about GST in this particular syllabus or your portion basically. So now what we are going to understand is what is DT and what is ITT. Okay, the first thing which we need to understand is the meaning. When I talk about DT, that is direct tax. Say for example, I have sold goods of rupees 1 and I have incurred a cost of rupees 70,000 on the sale. I am earning a profit of rupees 30,000, right? So if what I have to pay tax on what amount? On 30,000. This is called direct tax. Okay. Now when I go to indirect tax, say for example, if I go to a restaurant and I order a dish, the cost of the dish is 500 rupees. The dish cost us 500 rupees. We have to pay GST at the rate 5% on that dish. So 500 pay 5%, it is 25 rupees. Who is going to pay? I as a consumer. I am going to pay, instead of paying 500, I am going to pay 525 rupees. To whom? To the restaurant owner. This is the difference between direct and indirect taxes. Direct taxes are being paid by the person who is earning it. Okay? Indirect taxes is being paid by the person who is consuming, basically the consumers. Okay? So when you talk about direct taxes, when I was talking about direct taxes, I am paying 30,000 rupees. I am earning 30,000 rupees profit. I am going to pay tax. Say for example, 10% on 30,000, 3,000 rupees. Hypothetical example, 3,000 rupees on that amount. Right? So, am I paying it from my pocket? Yes, I am paying it from my pocket. But when you talk about indirect tax, the restaurant owner is going to pay this 25 rupees to the government. Is he paying from his own pocket? No, he's charging it from me and then paying. So, this means what? Indirect tax is being borne by the consumer but being paid by the third party. That is the seller. In case of direct taxes, okay, can the burden be shifted? No, it cannot be shifted. In case of indirect taxes, can the burden be shifted? Yes, it has always been shifted on the final consumer. Okay, so when you talk about incidence and impact, we have already covered. When you talk about burden, we have already covered. In case of evasion, is it possible in direct tax? Yes, it is possible because incomes can be hide. But in case of indirect tax, can be evaded. Why? Because GDP. Okay, the GDP of a particular country is being analyzed or recorded on what basis? On the basis of production of goods and services. So you can hide the income, the cash flows, but you cannot hide the production of goods and services. Okay, this is the first thing. Inflation. When you talk about inflation, do direct tax increase inflation? No, it doesn't. But indirect tax, yes, it does, because the same product which I can earn for 500 rupees, the same product I am earning or I am consuming it on what costs 525. Okay, so obviously yes, it increases the inflation. Now when you talk about shiftability, can it be shifted? Yes, direct tax can never be shifted, but indirect tax, yes, obviously it can be shifted. Okay, so this we talk about direct and indirect tax. Now when we talk about the next thing which we have is what the advantages and disadvantages of direct and indirect tax. When you talk about advantages of indirect taxes, what is the advantage? The first advantage is everyone is contributing, so the burden is equal on each and every individual. It is not only on the individuals who are earning. Why? Because GST is to be paid by students also. Say for example, tomorrow you people go to restaurant, okay, and order a dish. Do you have to pay GST? Yes, obviously you have to pay. So everyone can contribute. They are very convenient. Why convenient? Because it's very easy to levy. Say for example, it is 5% on a particular product. So 500 pay 5%. Easy to levy. Okay, they cannot be evaded. Okay, they are spread over a wide range. When I say spread over a wide range means every individual comes under the tax slab. Majority of the goods come under the same tax slab except for commodities and essential things. Okay, basic commodities and basic essentials. All other goods and services are being included or clubbed under the ambit of GST. What is a disadvantage? It is regressive. Regressive means it have a burden on each and every individual, irrespective of my earning capacity. So for example, my salary is only 40,000 and I am purchasing a mobile phone of 10,000. Do I have to pay GST at the rate 18% on that? Yes, I have to. So it is regressive. Okay, it increases the price, so obviously it increases the inflation. This is the second disadvantage. Third is no civic consciousness. When I say no civic consciousness, it means what? Majority of the individuals are not aware about the GST rates. So what do? They pay GST at whatever amount they are being charged. A simple example of the same, it is a case study. In Kerala, there was one person who used to charge 1 rupee GST on the curd which he was selling. One of the person, he came to know and he filed a case against the same. Why? Because curd is an essential commodity and it is being exempted from the ambit of GST. So this is what happened when you talk about indirect taxes. We keep on paying as a customer, as a consumer, we are not aware of that civic consciousness and it increases the burden of a common man. So these are the disadvantages. Now we are going to go to the third topic of the presentation. That is what? Sources and authority of taxes in India. Who are the sources and authority? GST, there is a committee which is being set up. Who is the head of the committee? Obviously, our Finance Minister, Dr. Nirmala Sitaram. Who are the members of the committee? The other finance ministers of each and every state and other people. They are the members. So they are the authorities who decides about the taxes. Apart from that, we have various other sources and authorities that are Bill, Supreme Court, Notification, Circular, Order, Amendment, Rule and Act. This committee, they frame up the Act. Under Acts, we have sections, subsections, we have rules. Sometimes the Acts, sections, subsections are incomplete, so that's why we come up with Amendment, Order, Notification and Circular. Still the people are not satisfied with the same. They file a case. The case goes to the Supreme Court and then it becomes a law and it becomes an order. This is how the sources and authority of taxes in India are being clubbed. Then we have the next thing, that is genesis of GST. When you talk about the genesis, okay, it means what? The root. Okay, how did GST came into India? GST is an inspiration. It has been introduced by France. Okay, it is 62 years old. Okay, as for your information, in India it is only 3 years old. It was brainchild of Dr. Manmohan Singh. He proposed the project. The project, then it was in 2000. You can see in the presentation also in 2000 it was being introduced. 2006, 2014, and on 1st July 2017 it was being introduced. It was being implemented, and after that it came under various change. Until now, these people keep on changing. Okay. The next topic which we have, power to tax. Who has a power to tax? Obviously, the authorities have the power to tax. But the authorities are going to collect the tax? No. We have a portal. On that portal, we pay the tax. The authorities have given the power to our DCID, that is Commissioner, okay, Deputy Commissioner, Joint Commissioner, and we also have AO. AO means the assessing officer, the officer who's been assigned to us. These all individuals club together and they have the power to tax. But the main power lies under whose hand? Obviously under the hand of committee.